Hello Aries, I'm Tamara and I'm going to do your reading for May 2018. This reading is all about money, career, finances, work. And this reading is for Aries Sun, Aries Moon and Aries Rising sign. And I hope it resonates with you. If it doesn't, please watch your moon sign or your rising sign. While I'm shuffling, I quickly want to say thank you to all my subscribers for all your likes, all your shares, all your comments. And if you would like to book a private reading with me, please contact me. All the information is underneath this video in the description box, how to contact me. You can also find me on Instango, which is a mobile phone application, as Tamara Tarot 30. Okay, let's go ahead and see what we have for you, dear Aries, for the month of May. And it's all about money, career, finances, work, business, Father of Swords, which is the King of Swords, followed by the Empress, followed by the Chariot, and the Spirit's message for you is Five of Pentacles. We have the Sun card, followed by Three of Pentacles, followed by the Hermit, and the Spirit's message for you, Son of Swords, which is the Knight of Swords. Father of Swords, Father of Wands, which is King of Wands, followed by the Mother of Cups, which is the Queen of Cups. We have Ace of Swords, and the Spirit's message for you is the Wheel of Fortune. Fantastic. Okay, we have two major arcana cards, which is the Wheel of Fortune, the Sun card, the Hermit, actually three, the Empress, the Chariot. Quite a lot of major arcana cards, which tells me that this reading is going to be very significant for you in the month of May, because major arcanas are very important cards. They have a long-lasting effect. The way the spread works, it's a monthly reading, so here we'll have the beginning of the May, middle and the end of May, going into June. And the first card for you is the Father of Swords. I actually see quite a lot of Swords Aries. We have Son of Swords, which is the Knight of Swords. We have Ace of Swords. Father of Swords represents air sign. It could be Aries. It could be Aries. It could be a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius person. Someone who is very intellectual, someone who can come across quite cold because they're not using their emotions as much, but they're very, very brainy. Someone who could be in a legal profession. Sometimes when I see the Father of Swords, I think about judge, or maybe male solicitor. Anyone, as I said, who is in a legal profession, or someone who is just very just. Someone who likes the truth, who likes the clarity. This person would be very good if you are looking for a probably proper solution of the problem. He will be able to give you that. He can analyze very well and then come up with a solution. And then we have what we'll have over here. We have the Empress and the Chariot over here. But that's I think that sort of the air sign is significant, or someone who's got those qualities, someone who is very just, who is looking for truth, looks for the clarity. That sort of person is significant for you at the beginning of May, dear Aries. The Empress is Aries is represented by the Emperor, but this is the Empress, a feminine version of the Emperor. And the Empress talks all about femininity, also talks about fertility. So it could be that you giving birth to something, some sort of new project, new beginning of, I don't know, maybe new business, new career, new, I don't know, something new is coming into your life, and you're giving birth to this sort of, it's a sign of fertility. That's what the Empress is saying. And again, very, significant card. It's a major arcana, number 3. New, 3 is again, it's also on the early stages, early new beginning for you. Followed by the Chariot, card of victory. It's very, very nice sort of cards over here for you at the beginning. Very significant sort of, like there's a lot of messages for you. It's not just like a minor arcanas, but you've got like a King of Swords, which is like, as I said, like a judge. Then followed by the, whatever you're starting at the beginning of the month, giving birth to something, maybe great ideas, maybe great sort of, I don't know, maybe like something, you're creating something, maybe give idea to a new business, maybe you're starting a new business, you give birth to that. It's all will be sort of, it's all will be legally, you will follow all the, to the how to say, what's an expression, you follow by the books, everything will be right, because as I said, Father of Swords is there like a judge. Everything will be correct legally as well, everything will be signed properly, it will be all properly done. And the Chariot is a fantastic card. If you are starting something new, it's a card of victory. You're moving in the right direction. That's what this card is saying. You're going in the right direction, you're in control, you're ruling, you're in charge, knowing where you're going, knowing which way to direct your horses, knowing which way to go, knowing where you're directing either your career, knowing where you're going with your finances, where you sort of investing, directing, career-wise, business-wise. It all goes in the right way and it goes on a full steam. It's also a card of Cancer. Cancer could be significant for you, but for me it's more about how your business, how your career, how your money situation is going to develop, is going to go with a full blast forward. And we also got actually Son of Swords here, which is also message which is in this column, saying that if there is something you're in the middle of the month, I'm jumping a little bit, I'm very excited. I told you I'm an intuitive card reader. Sometimes, my thoughts are over, come quicker than I can talk, and they're sort of jumping in front of me. So that is similar message over here in this in a Spirit's message. Go for it. That's what the Son of Swords. If there's any ideas, anything for it, that Son of Swords is saying you stop thinking, stop, stop, sort of. Thinking about it and planning, shall I do it or shall I, hesitating, just go for it. That's how it is. And then an advisor position for you at the beginning of May, we have 5 of Pentacles. Actually, it's because it's an advice position. Watch out your money. If you're developing all this business and everything else, it's all go if you're developing your career, but watch out your money. 5 is all about losses or fights. In this case, we're talking about money. It's a money and career, and I see some losses. You see this flower, the red flower, she loses her little how to call it, petals. And it's a card of losses. Either watch out, maybe you put too much energy and everything into all this development of your career or your finances, and it could be some sort of health issues. Or it could be some losses, but it's number 5. 5 is a minor arcana. If there will be some losses, they won't be insignificant. But please watch out, dear Aries, watch out the money. If you're investing something, there might be some sort of minor losses over there in the money. But the help is available, if speak to people, maybe this Father of Swords, there's always help available. Speak to someone who can give you a valuable and sound advice. And I see that this card is always says that, yes, there will be losses, but help is available for you. Just find the right person, find the right environment where you can ask for help. Because we go into the May, in the middle of the May, and we go with the card of Sun. The Sun is fantastic card, is optimism. It's brightness, clarity, warmth. It could be holiday. It could be, as I said, it's being, and the Wheel of Fortune as well at the end of the month. It's also positive. I see you working hard. You're working hard with the 3 of Pentacles, and you're working as a team with someone, or you're working as an apprentice or starting something. When you work as an apprentice, your work is normally checked, or because your seniors want to see how you're actually performing. If you're working as an apprentice, or maybe like on a junior position, or just starting a new job in a new team, in a new in a new environment, your work will be checked from time to time, but you will be doing it really well, that you will be recognized for your achievements, and your seniors will be pointing out how well you're doing your job. The conversations will be held about you, and maybe sometimes probation period or something, and you will do really well during that probation period. Sometimes your bosses, your directors are having a meeting after probation period, how you performed, about your performance, and you will be praised, and you will be noticed by you for your work. And that's probably will bring you so much joy and happiness. You will be just shining with joy and happiness and optimism. The Hermit card, more spiritual card. It's also a sign of Virgo. Virgo could be significant for you in the middle of May, but it's also a very spiritual card. If there is some sort of during this process of starting a new job, starting new something. When we were talking about the beginning of the month, the Empress, you gave birth to something, you gave birth to a big idea. If you're starting implementing it in the middle of the month, where you're starting that, working as a team, being apprentice or something, sometimes it's overwhelming. There's so much pressure on us. We put so much pressure on ourselves because we want to perform well, we want to do well, we want to demonstrate that we are a right person for this job, the right person for this business. We want to do well in this business. The Hermit tells you that from time to time you need to sort of go into solitude, and if there's any questions you're asking yourself, can I perform, can I do it, look within yourself. Use that. Here it's depicted as a candle. On other decks it's depicted as the torch, where with this torch the Hermit is actually looking within yourself, using that light of this torch, and he looks within yourself and he tries to find the answers. So if there are any answers you're looking for, dear Aries, in the middle of May, you find them within yourself. Go from time to time into solitude, look within yourself. I don't know, maybe meditate if this practice is good for you. Sometimes just being on your own for a while, and have this conversation, dialogue with yourself. Follow your intuition, look within your, try to find answers in your heart, in your soul. That's would be the right answers for you. This torch, your personal torch, will give you the answers, will lead inside and give you the answers. And if there's any hesitations, if you are sort of not sure, there is, shall I do this or shall I not do that? Remember, I was mentioning this card before as well. It's talks about Son of Swords, which is a Knight of Swords. It all talks about a movement, how the situation will develop, and in this situation we'll just go forward with that. And that's what it's an advice. It's just sort of like shouts to you, just go for it. Stop analyzing, stop thinking about it, just go for it. It's a very, very good message for you. Hold this development in this column, because it's advice, spiritual advice for you, spirit advice, heavenly advice for you. It's watch out for money. If any answers there, go for it. And the final one is the Wheel of Fortune. Your Wheel of Fortune is turning for you in your advantage, dear Aries. Then we go to the end of the month, and we got a Father of Wands, which is the King of Wands. I've got a lot of characters here, two kings over here. One of them is very intellectual. This is a slightly different king. Father of Wands is very it's a fire sign. It could be Leo, Aries, which is you, or Sagittarius. It could be you yourself, representing you, or it could be your fellow fire sign, someone who is very sort of passionate. very creative, very entrepreneurial. Someone who, if if you start and give birth to something like maybe a computer business or something connected with the modern technologies or something, this person could be very creative in even in this sort of in a new technologies way. Could be maybe very good with the web design, maybe very good as I don't know, sort of. Anything, sort of, it's on my on the top of my tongue, and I can't come with the I don't know, anything which is connected with creativity, even with the modern technologies. That could be he could be very well, and he can earn money out of it. Animation, for example, anything which you can do with the computers, he could be doing that, or in any other areas. Even if he's good with the painting, how he's good as with the art, he knows how to earn money out of it. But it's this person who also likes looking after himself. He's a little bit vain, likes his hair, likes how his nice perfumes, nail perfume smells. He spends a lot of time in a shower, sometimes a bit too much. Likes fine things in life, likes a nice clothes, dress up really well. So yes, that's also very sexy, that sort of person. It could be, as I said, it could be you yourself, or it could be this person in your environment at the end of May. Then we got the Mother of Cups, lots of characters. You've got that Father of Swords, Father of Wands, and you've got Mother of Cups. Mother of Cups is the water sign. It could be Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio person. But this one is more emotional. This one is all about intuition, intuitive, being a mother figure, someone, if there's any problems, you can go. It could be your partner, could be you two, could be your partner, husband and wife, partners, boyfriend and girlfriend, and one of them is very passionate, fire, one of them is water. Really, really good combination, actually, water and fire. Could be business partners as well, again, very good combination. Could be one male, female, or that, or carrying the characteristics. Sometimes women could be very strong. They can come across as the male because they're so strong in business. So normally when we talk about love readings, I normally say that kings are the kings, is male characters, females are more like a queen. But in a business reading, some women could be so strong that there is no gender actually. They could just be very strong, and the same applies to men. Mother of Cups, as I said, is another character. She's more about intuition, about emotions, very sort of caring, very sort of loving. Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio over there. And I said to you, it could be that it's a partnership over there. And Ace of Swords, fantastic, new beginning. If there is any illegal issues, any T's and C's you didn't know, everything will be clear for you. Clarity in your affairs, clarity in your head, knowing where you go. Use that sword to cut everything which doesn't serve you, sorry. And it's absolutely starting from the clear page and knowing where you go. It's a knowledge, intellect, conscious, subconscious. It's all very sort of very brainy energy over here, similar to the one I was talking about, Father of Swords. But when we have aces is all about new beginning, new start, something given to you, something, maybe some legal documents, or some type of documents which you didn't expect it to receive. You will receive that. They will be signed. Something, maybe you were waiting for, and your wheel of fortune is turning into your advantage, dear Aries, at the end of May. If the life wasn't very kind to you in the previous months, this month, by the end of May, wheel of fortune will start turning into your advantage. If before you felt like you carried the whole world on your shoulders, on your back, and it felt like a lot of burden on you, now that the wheel of fortune is turning, you will be on the top of this wheel. Unfortunately, life is always in a cycles. One day we're on the top, then we go down, but it's your period. It's a time for you to enjoy the ride, by being on the top of this wheel and enjoying what life is prepared for you at the end of May. Let's see what additional messages I have for you. I'm using the Keepers of the Light Oracle card. One of them, it's more spiritual messages. You know, I know you guys looking for the money, career, finances, but sometimes spiritual messages also helping us to, you know, in this in our path, and they enlighten us. Let's see what's another card I have for you. I've got 2 cards for you, and first one is called Kutumi, Cloak of Wisdom. You already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. It's very nice, actually. Trust what you already know. Remember when I was talking about the Hermit? The same, find the answers within yourself. You know the answers. You already know the answers you seek. Trust what you know. Trust your knowledge. It's very, very relevant. And Diana is focused intention. Think about what you desire. Set your sights high. Expect the best possible outcome. It's more about sort of that the Sun card, about positivity, about being positive. Focused intention, you know, keep your intentions high and you will achieve them. So very, very positive messages for you, dear Aries. I like this reading. And yeah, here we are. That's what we have for you for the month of May. If you would like me to elaborate, contact me for the private reading. Otherwise, I'll leave you, and I'll see you next month, in the month of June. Goodbye.